And we tearing down this place off the liquor that we chase. Got some egos to the face, baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on her tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
And we are live at WWN Training Center here in Port Richey, Florida. You guys are excited, so let's waste no more time.
Damn, y'all, that sun is bright out here. My head hurts, but you know what? WWN called up AR Fox all the way in Atlanta, and they said send your 3 best. AR Fox sent the real deal.
The real one.
Teriyaki.
Yes, sir.
He sent the Inca Dragon, Takuri.
Eso es, uno más.
And he sent yours truly, Rico Gonzales. Not only to win this tag match against whoever Florida got.
Florida guy.
Not even Florida people like being in Florida. Once we win that match, one of us 3, one of these young studs is gonna win this Rumble, baby. And we're gonna party all the way back to the greatest city in the world, Atlanta, Georgia. Woo!
It is your good old boys, Chris Malachite
And Puma Johnson.
back here at WWN Proving Ground. You know, it's a Florida versus Georgia match, so we went out on a limb and got the real X Factor, Xander Maddox. Xander Maddox.
We came here to play, and that's why they recruited the real X Factor, Xander Maddox. So don't get it messed up. We have Chris Malachite, Puma Johnson, and Xander Maddox representing Florida today. We gonna show you something.
That little waste, and we tearing down this place off the liquor that we chase. Got some egos to the face, baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's
The following contest is a 6-man tag scheduled for 1 fall. It is for the Florida versus Georgia Young Lions Challenge match. Winning team will get the final 3 spots in the Young Lions Rumble in our main event this evening. Introducing first.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ambassador of the World Wrestling Network, Trevin Adams, joined by Fully Gimmick's own Zach Romero, and this is WWN Proving Ground. Stakes are high here tonight. Zach, the winning team, gets the final 3 spots in the Young Lions Rumble, our main event tonight.
Trevin, I have been so excited to see this Young Lions Rumble kick off here, and what an opportunity for these teams squeezing in at the very last moment. I am very, very excited to see where this goes.
And their opponents.
And representing not just Georgia, but WWA4 head trainer A.R. Fox, as you heard mentioned earlier. A WWN legend and a hell of a trainer, WWA4. Find out more details, especially if you're in the Atlanta area, a great place to be trained, WWA4ATL.com. However, we're getting to host this at the WWN Training Center. And if you look at Team Florida, the uniting factor between those three gentlemen, all trained by Soul Man Alex G, making the long drive up from South Florida. Pretty excited that we're getting to host this here in Port Richey.
What a clash here. We've called all kinds of matches with the talents coming out of Georgia. I remember guys like Ash Taylor and Alex Kane. I remember Big Money John. There's been all kinds. The Woad. There's been so many great talents that we've seen. The Skulk. The list goes on and on. WWA4 is nothing to sneeze at. However, I love that we're building a rivalry. The rivalry begins anew here. I love we got the Sunshine Squeeze on one side. We've got, Hot Lana on the other. I got to see which trios is going to be the best.
No, wholly agree. And we've been impressed thus far by Chris Malachite, Puma Johnson, Xander Maddox, and you can hear the reaction of the WWN faithful. It's interesting, Team Florida have a bit of a home field advantage just given they're so well known here in the WWN Training Center, where perhaps some of the WWN faithful do not remember the team out of Atlanta, Georgia, who, by the way, around this time last year, totally worth checking out on Club WWN. It was WWA4 all the way up, and that was actually for Rico Gonzales, his official debut match. He wrestled A.R. Fox, and the whole idea was if you can survive and defeat your teacher, you get to officially graduate. It was a hell of a graduation match, and of course you could see Rico Gonzales here 1 year later was able to manage that once again. You can check that out as part of your Club WWN subscription at WWNlive.com. But in case of Malachite, perhaps a few more years of experience, though it sounds like it's been a little off and on when it comes to Malachite. But all of these athletes, what's amazing is they are in a ring almost every day, cutting their teeth, practicing their craft. It's, like you said, Zach, it's the next generation. We're getting to enjoy it here in WWN Proving Ground.
Super excited. There is so much talent jammed in this ring right now, and the whole point of this Rumble is to really see where this next generation can go. The fact that you and I were even talking about before recording here, before our show, that the Rumble pinfall eliminations only, that is such a wrench in the works of a traditional Rumble. These guys are going to have such a big order ahead of them, and if you're this, six-man tag, you've got to try to save that energy as best you can. Squeezing in at the last second or not, you can't completely empty the tank in this tag match before you even get it to the big show. There's so much going on here tonight. It's crazy.
You can see Gonzales, Malachite sizing each other up, and great dodge by Malachite. But both men with answers for the other.
So much hungry talent here, looking to really step things up and really make it to that next level. This is a perfect showcasing. This whole show is a perfect showcasing of the amount of talent that is sitting in Florida right now, looking for that next opportunity. A lot of hungry young lions we're dealing with here, and it's time to see who really is starving amongst, this sea of talent.
A great showing by Malachite. Gonzales tagging in Takuri. We've known Takuri for a long time, the Inca Dragon. And that's the thing I would say of all of these athletes, the man with the most experience in the ring is absolutely Takuri. And we'll see, will Puma Johnson be asking for uno mas when he's done having to tangle it up with Takuri?
Well, and you wonder in a case like this, is the experience going to be the big decision maker, the big difference maker?
Wait, Pin.
In the Rumble. That's the question.
Puma Johnson definitely has a tough history as Xander Maddox is tagged in. Puma growing up on the gritty streets of the Bahamas. Nothing like real life, man. The streets, totally different place than a sport like professional wrestling where there's rules. There's no rules on the streets, and course, Xander Maddox showing his athleticism.
Right you are.
And going for the pin.
Can we talk about that explosive combination of moves we just saw? That was unbelievable. I didn't want to interrupt you. You were bringing some good points to the table here, but I am very impressed with this, with trios as we're seeing here. Just the explosive amount of just being on the same page.
As Puma's tagged back in, another guy with about a year in the sport. Ooh, how about the stomp by Takuri and the chin breaker? Smart now tagging in Teriyaki. Elevation on the drop kick. Beautiful from Teriyaki. And going for the pin.
Teriyaki, possibly his own biggest fan, his own hype man. I appreciate that. You got to be confident in yourself first and foremost. But can you translate that confidence into strong offense?
Yeah, and the pin again. Not able to put away Puma Johnson, but I already mentioned WWA 4 all the way up, available as part of your Club WWN subscription at WWNLive.com. And I'm telling you right now, that is worth checking out after you enjoy this episode of Proving Ground. But point being, at the time, Teriyaki, or as my tag partner on that night, Ayla Fox said, Tear was an official, because Tear hadn't gotten to the point, ooh, what a dropkick, that he had debuted yet. And to see this young man by the fall, already in the ring, kicking butt at American Combat Wrestling, now making the return here as Rico Gonzales is tagged in at WWN. The growth we see is so rapid out of the WWA 4 kids. Same with Gonzales here. Like I said, a year ago, literally having a graduation match against AR Fox. Now there's a cocky young man who's controlling the pace of the match.
Well, Trevin, you and I have had discussions about this in the past. When it comes to this current crop of talent, this current generation of wrestler, they are not looking to waste time. They are looking to get the brightest spotlight they can as quickly as possible. No patience.
And now the pin. 2 count only.
No patience, just greatness. These kids absolutely are looking to push themselves to make themselves noticed. That is the big elephant in the room for wrestling in the state of Florida. You have got so much competition if you want to stand out.
A smart tag there from Teriyaki. Taking over control again here is Puma Johnson. That Black Puma continuing to get beaten on by Teriyaki. I was excited to see Teriyaki on AEW Dark recently. Had a great showing, representing, of course, once again. Ooh, it's a Curry. I was about to say WWA 4, but great knockout blow there from Puma. Can he make the tag?
Both men making their tags, and now business is picking up again here.
Malachite, Takuri going at it. And I already mentioned Takuri. Oh, wow. Likely the man with the most experience. Maybe Xander Maddox would be the only one that could potentially compare when it comes to years in the ring. But we've watched Takuri grow up before our eyes here in the World Wrestling Network as Malachite creates the separation and tags in Maddox. Wow. Who takes down Takuri.
The power, the aggression. This is unbelievable. This whole night could go to any of these 6 men.
Step up Insecurity, rocking Takuri. And speed on display of Maddox, who caught by the string.
Wow.
And a beautiful fall-away slam, followed by the kip-up from Takuri, and he said it.
Can we talk about the disrespect there? You catch a full-grown man, and you make sure to get as close to his partners as possible before the huge fall-away slam almost into the next county.
Uno mas.
That too.
Xander Maddox, probably does not want another. As Takuri, who, again, both proud of his heritage as well as, on top of that, as I pointed out, from a what a slap. From perspective of the World Wrestling Network, American Combat Wrestling, even Evolved Wrestling, you've seen Takuri there, Full Impact Pro, cutting his teeth, and now Xander Maddox coming back to life. But no, roll up. 2 count only.
In a match like this, with everyone as close as they are,
and nearly put away.
This might be the secret here. You may not be just flat out wrestling or just beating the man. Sometimes it's just you got to catch him in the right moment and just get out of town.
And the tag to Teriyaki. Again, Team Georgia continues to be in control. Pinfall. And I'm not surprised from the perspective of, as we've already talked about, all of these guys making the long drives, making the towns as Gonzales tags himself in, getting the experience, getting better, putting in the time, putting in the effort, and I absolutely feel confident we're going to look back at this match sooner than later, Zach, and we're going to say it's hard to believe that we had a six-man showcase with these 6 athletes right here at WWN Proving Ground. It's one of the big reasons to come out live. You got to come to the WWN Training Center every Friday night. And Takuri choking the life out of Xander Maddox.
Couldn't agree with you more, Trevin. This is the kind of match that we're talking about. You're looking at wrestling hipster credibility here. This is the kind of matchup that in 5 years you can point back to and go, by the way, I got to see these 6 men all fighting at the same time, and people are going to go, was it a small fortune? Did you have to sell a kidney to see that kind of match? Nope, just Proving Ground.
Maybe one of the most famous graduates under A.R. Fox, Austin Theory, or, because you can't have 2 names,
no.
Theory. Recently, of course, winning the WWE Money in the Bank. That blew my mind. Congratulations, Austin Theory, a former WWN and Evolve champion. And look at Takuri cutting off the ring, doing everything he can to stop Maddox, but Maddox now step up in Zaguri. Is that enough? Indeed, tag to Malachite.
Huge tag, I might add. There was everything in that tag, and everything in this offense here, trying to break away here, build some momentum.
In fact, using partners as weapons right there. Gonzales, Teriyaki taken down in tandem by Chris Malachite. Avid gamer and beautiful moonsault, picture perfect. But not the legal man, says your first American boyfriend, Billy Grace.
Honest Billy trying to keep it called down the middle here, but a little confusion perhaps.
Wow! Beautiful power slam, broken up by Puma, and things are, well, let's use the word again, breaking down here. I do not envy Billy Grace trying to keep an eye on all these guys.
A tall order for any referee. And now, like you said, the structure is out the window, and now it is just haymakers here, folks. This is all KO attempts. This is on another level. I've been waiting for this all night.
Here comes Gonzales. I don't know if Maddox realizes. Charge it in, beautiful. Sickick just taking the head. Mafia in full effect. But no, again, who is legal?
It's pandemonium right now. I don't think anyone's going to know who's legal and who's not.
Let's talk about that springboard off of the ropes into the Bichinoku by Teriyaki a moment ago.
That was, on one hand, on a professional level, I will say, what an innovative maneuver. On a personal level, that was disgusting. Wow.
And the pin. 2 count only. I often say when I watch the young talent coming out of Atlanta, I say, do you think they're trained by A.R. Fox? I think you're seeing that from all 3 of these athletes. Malachite was impressive with his drop kick, though. The tag to Takuri, who hits the super kick.
Ooh.
But Puma Johnson now taking out Takuri. And yet again, it's broken out here. Super kick.
We're knee-deep in a Russian nesting doll of offense.
And this time, legal men. Team Georgia wins. And don't forget, that means they will get the final 3 spots in our main event, the Young Lions Rumble. We'll, of course, talk more about that matchup in a bit here, but what a showing from both teams, Zach, and I'm especially impressed by the younger Team Florida. What do you think?
Both teams absolutely put out here, really impressive, but unfortunately it's fuzzy peaches and confusing religious billboards on the side of the road. Team Georgia advances.
I would absolutely love to see any combination of these athletes in the ring against each other again. But tonight, these 3 now need to think about the Young Lions Rumble, the prestige, the opportunity to stand out here at WWN Proving Ground. What a way to kick things off here, Zach Romero.
Again, in so many other companies, that would have been your main event, and for Proving Ground, it is just getting things started. What an exciting continuation we've got here for the rest of the show. I cannot wait for this Rumble.
Yeah, next up, ACW Cruiserweight Championship match. Don't go anywhere.
Who am I? I'm the man that's gonna step in to this Young Lion Rumble, and I'm gonna prove why I deserve to be the pound for pound best of best, why I deserve to be recognized as a true champion, Andres Reyes. I don't care who it is, I don't care who it ends up being in the Final Four or Final Two, I'm gonna walk out as the Young Lion, and whatever the stimulation is gonna be, I'm gonna take it by the best and show everybody what I'm truly capable.
Mira papi, soy yo, Mike Two Guns, el cabrón, el cubano más pegado de la isla de Cuba. The reason I'm coming here is to win this Rumble. I'm gonna beat everybody because they ain't never seen a dude like me. Ellos no saben lo que es representar la isla de Cuba, papi. Anda para allá.
So the time has come. Jay Villa has arrived once again here at WWN Proving Grounds for this Young Lions Rumble. You know something? This has been a long time coming because tonight I'm gonna prove why I am the future, and you're gonna all find out why you should never doubt me. Tonight, this Young Lions Rumble belongs to me, Jay Villa.
4 years it took WWN to call the Fighting Irishman back. Now I'm in this Young Lions Rumble. I'm the most technical in the state of Florida, the most technical wrestler here today. And at the end of the night, every last participant's gonna know who Sean O'Reilly really is.
Come see Proving Ground live every Friday night at Richey Racquetball and Sports Club in Port Richey, Florida at 7 p.m. Step inside the new WWN Training Center for an experience like no other. Proving Ground is a night of fun for the whole family. Tickets are available at the door and seating is limited. Doors open at 6:30 p.m.
You know something, Atomic? You think you're slick. Last week you hit me with the belt because you know you can never beat Dutch Title Changer Samuel C. I can tell you this, tonight I'm going to do everything I can in my power to become a 3-time HCW Cruiserweight champion, because if you hit me again with the belt, you lose the belt and I become champion. So let the change begin.
Atomic. Brian Atomic, can I get a quick word?
What do you want?
Some people are saying last week you kind of took the easy way out to retain your ACW Cruiserweight Championship. What are you going to do tonight when, if you get disqualified, you lose the belt?
Okay, first of all, I didn't take an easy way out. Last week I made it known that I will do anything that it takes to keep my ACW Cruiserweight Championship. So Sam, y'all want to say I cheated? Y'all want to say I took the easy way out? I say it's called being a winner. And Brian Atomic is a winner. So Sam C, when I tell you that Brian Atomic will be walking out the ACW Cruiserweight Champion, I expect you to take me seriously, because it will be happening again.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the ACW Cruiserweight Championship. The stipulation in this match is, if Brian Atomic is disqualified, he will lose his championship.
Stakes are high. Zach Romero, as you already heard back, Proving Ground Season 2, Episode 10, it was Brian Atomic using that Cruiserweight Championship belt as a weapon, getting himself disqualified. Well, tonight, if that happens again, Samuel C. is your new Cruiserweight Champion. Of course, Samuel C., no stranger to the ACW Cruiserweight Championship. Is tonight the night?
Well, Trevin, I got to call many of Sam C's title defenses as Cruiserweight Champion. This is a man who loved that title. Absolutely loved it.
Atomic shocked the world, defeating Alex Todd a few episodes ago. But again, faced by a former ACW Cruiserweight Champion, Samuel C., and a stipulation that absolutely takes away one of the weapons double entendre there meant on purpose for the champion.
Yeah, we talked ad nauseum during the last defense about the champion's advantage, and now the board has been changed. The shuffling has begun.
First, the challenger from St. Petersburg, Florida. He is the Society Changer, Samuel C. And his opponent from Waterbury, Connecticut. He is the ACW Cruiserweight Champion,
Say what you will about the means of Brian Atomic, but the bottom line is Atomic stands atop the mountain here in the American Combat Wrestling Cruiserweight division. A little distraction from the WWN faithful here at the WWN Training Center. And like we've already pointed out, there's nothing like attending WWN Proving Ground live. There's a great time on a Friday night. And there you go, distraction. Wow. Samuel C. finally taking advantage, and you can't blame Sam from the perspective, again, of Atomic took his eyes off his opponent, was wasting time jaw-jacking with one of the fans, and Samuel C. used to call himself the fastest man in the room. You're seeing that speed on display.
I would say in the history of ACW, of WWN, and the cruiserweights that we've had, I would absolutely say Sam C. is in the discussion of one of the big fan favorites in the history of these various companies here under WWN. I remember the night that Sam C. lost the second championship, tears in his eyes, because that's how much this championship means to him. And he wants it off of Brian Atomic so badly. Luthez press, very nicely done.
You can see the emotion. Samuel C. coming out hot here and lifted Atomic with ease and takedown. And again, Sam better be careful with those fists.
There is a different level of aggression that we're seeing right now. Sam C. did not come here to play.
And credit to the challenger landing on his feet, catching the champion, and Atomic just right now being outclassed by the challenger.
Wow. Yeah.
Samuel C. with a boot to the face. Is this enough?
lightning quick moveset from the challenger here. And I don't know if Brian Atomic just didn't do his homework or was not expecting this level of aggression, but he is definitely caught on his back foot here. And Sam C looking to make history as a 3-time champ.
And Atomic definitely, you heard the words, seemed a little cocky coming to this matchup as yet again Sam's able to land on his feet here. Every time Atomic thinks he might have some separation, what is Tiny Tonally doing? Are you kidding?
Is she on the Atomic payroll now? What is going on here?
We've seen Tiny Tonally before here on WWN Proving Ground. Had a great showing against the ACW Women's Champion, Micah Madrid, but I don't understand what's going on here.
You were just saying that Brian Atomic, so confident, so cocky, was almost offended to be asked about taking the easy way out in keeping the title, and now we see, you know, he's got a partner in the shadows, as it were. Somebody jump out at the last minute as an enforcer, some might say. Just ridiculous.
Clearly, Atomic knew he had this ace in the hole, so to speak, but still signs of life from Samuel C. Wow, and Atomic with the, well, Atomic drop.
Oh, hey, I see what you did there.
And keep in mind, if the official sees Tiny Tonally do anything in this matchup, that's still a disqualification. Brian would still lose that championship. In fact, you gotta watch this 5 count if you're Atomic. Watch it close.
Certainly, I would say a risky endeavor to try to include somebody as your enforcer when there is so much riding on these.
But all that said, there's still a numbers game, and we've already seen Tiny, how she was able to kill the momentum of Samuel C. And Atomic's now thriving. Wow. Well-executed suplex. Challenger in a lot of trouble. Into the pin. Emphatic kick out by Samuel C. But give it to Atomic, Zach, immediately cutting off the oxygen of the challenger.
I mentioned it earlier that it really did feel like Atomic was caught off guard by the explosive, exciting energy and offense of Sam C, and trying to slow down the pace of this match. I think in Atomic's case, the only option he's got, and it's slipping quickly.
Oh, but using the ropes as a weapon. Atomic definitely not afraid to take advantage of shortcuts, especially those that are right on the edge of the rule book. And the torque there and that twist. Dumping down Samuel C.
Impressive offense from the champion. I will begrudgingly give him that.
Good. The 2 count only, and you saw Sam honestly was dead weight initially there, having to be pulled over by Atomic, and in fact Atomic now thick in submission.
Again, it's about slowing down the pace. It's about keeping the fastest man in your weight class grounded. Because as soon as we just saw it, as soon as Sam C starts building momentum, that's when you're in trouble. If you can keep him anchored, you've got a shot.
Rolling through is Atomic, trying to keep Samuel C as far from the ropes as possible, but now the pin. And it was a great counter by Samuel C, forcing Atomic to break that hold, but now anyone's game, and both men had the same thought.
Wow. Inspiration striking both men, and now both men down on the canvas. And again, Trevin, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. In a moment like this, it comes down to who wants it more. Which of these two competitors has something to prove here? They each have this goal in mind. Who wants it more? Who's willing to push themselves?
Both men could have had the wind knocked out. Ribs could have been injured. In fact, you see both men showing the effects of that collision. However, back to both of their feet. I'm impressed. And right now, Samuel C looks like he's the one with the most in the tank.
Wow, just scooping up the champ.
Yeah, Samuel C is definitely much stronger than you would expect for a guy his size. And great conditioning, and right now we could be a hair away from a new ACW Cruiserweight champion. And what is Tiny Tonally doing?
Whoa, hold on.
Coming off anyway, Samuel C. takes out Brian Atomic, and Tiny just got out of the way in time. And man, I'm telling you, we are absolutely being lenient. I'll put it that way. Dominic Coco, our official in this matchup, absolutely could have just disqualified Brian Atomic for Tiny Tonally getting involved in the matchup whatsoever.
Well, Trevin, it's a situation where if we're going by the textbook definition of more so, she's not physically attacking Sam C, but even so, you're going to have to go, again, like 3 towns over to get away from Sam C at this point. He has got the target in his sights.
Here's your winner by countout.
What? And indeed, the entire time we were there talking about the interference, it was a count out, and guess what? Not a disqualification, especially by the rules laid out for this matchup. So as you heard, Brian Atomic finds a way again to dodge the bullet of Samuel C.
Despicable. And this is supposed to be the face of our Cruiserweight division? Disgusting.
Yeah, now adding Tiny Tonally to his team Atomic. You gotta think though, this is not the end of things between Samuel C and Brian Atomic.
Everywhere we go, we hear, how do I become a professional wrestler? How do I get into the business? Now's your chance. The WWN TC is the place to be.
I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock.
It goes beyond just wrestling in the ring. We teach you fitness, nutrition, and everything in between, even developing your own unique wrestling persona, and then we get you on shows after you're done with your training.
'Cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing. All here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as.
Come see Proving Ground live every Friday night at Richey Racquetball and Sports Club in Port Richey, Florida at 7 p.m. Step inside the new WWN Training Center for an experience like no other. Proving Ground is a night of fun for the whole family. Tickets are available at the door and seating is limited. Doors open at 6:30 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite Kickstarter, Jacob Guile, is in the Young Lions Rumble. And I've been proving myself ever since I came back. I had a little bit of problems in the beginning, but I'm back on track. And nobody's been able to stop me. Once I hit them with that kick, once I knock them out, you're going to be looking at the winner of the Young Lions Rumble. And trust me when I tell you, nobody's going to survive this Kickstarter.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Xander, and I am finally making my return here at WWN Proving Grounds. I'm going to win this Rumble because I'm going to make history as the first Haitian to ever win a Rumble in WWN. I'll see you later.
Young Lions Rumble. I find that kind of funny. I'm no lion, I am a crow. A superior crow at that.
Because crows are dark, mysterious, and misunderstood, and there'll be no understanding when I walk out victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is the Alpha Daddy of Professional Wrestling, Jonathan Hudson, and tonight I make my debut in the Young Lions Rumble for WWN. Now, WWN, you're going to be in shock. You're going to be in awe when the Alpha Daddy steps in the ring. And all you got to do is tune in. And 1, 2, 3, you're looking at your new man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time for the
Main event time. I'm absolutely excited for this unique, really Japan-like matchup here at main event of WWN Proving Ground this week. Julian Calabra drawing number 1.
And entering number 2.
Sun is free, bro. Let's get it, bro.
I know you're probably asking yourself, hey, wasn't Teriyaki part of Team Georgia and didn't they win our opening contest? Well, believe it or not, Teriyaki was the one who said, put me in the beginning, I'll go the distance.
There's confidence, and then there's a ridiculous level of confidence. Looking to go the distance, I mean, it apparently not enough just to possibly win the thing, but to go the distance as well. I will give it to Teriyaki. He is tangy, he's got confidence, good for him.
See how things go here. Reminder, pinfall is the only way to be eliminated. That's why you see numerous officials around the ring. I expect some madness as the ring fills up here. Every 2 minutes, we will have another competitor come out. And, of course, Julian Calabra, one of the interesting things, not only is the man eccentric, and in fact, going for the pin quickly, but he's proud of the fact that his last name is literally Hebrew for bad dog.
Hey, whatever's going to give you that confidence, that's what's important. Actually, looking at Julian here, he reminds me of young Gary J from the old FIP days. Tough as nails, and I expect nothing less from this competitor here. However, I will give it up to both these guys. Looking to try to get the pinfall early has got to be paramount in this contest, because as soon as that ring starts filling up, you have to imagine your chances of pinfall dwindle quicker and quicker.
Yeah, going for the pin. 2 count only. Keep in mind, Teriyaki already having to compete here tonight.
And wanting to go the distance on top of that. He needs to get his head checked, because that's a tall order. Hey, I'm in this highly competitive 6-man tag to open the show. Hey, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. That's a tall order.
Sean O'Reilly back here in a WWN Proving Ground ring, and I don't blame O'Reilly for not necessarily rushing into things, initially trying to decide how to read the room, but the result did not go well for O'Reilly.
And our first 2 competitors back at it again. This chess match between the 2 of them, as Sean O'Reilly served 2 heaping helpings of strong professional wrestler boot right to the mush.
Keep in mind here, every moment these guys are in the ring, they know there's more men to come. And it's one of those situations where, yes, pins can happen in a flash, but it's much different than an over-the-top rope elimination. A lot of work has to go into being pinned. Oh! And O'Reilly's still not even up.
Well, he got 2 doses of Nighty Night, a.k.a. a couple of super kicks.
Pin.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Another man making his debut here tonight, this Young Lions Rumble, Drake Xander. Oh, takes off the head of Sean O'Reilly, and I don't know how much time Drake's really going to have to show the personality in a matchup like this. What a beautiful suplex by Julian, but going for the pin as well, smart. But official didn't quite get the countdown quick enough there, but regardless, Xavier, avid pen and paper tabletop type gamer.
Sometimes, you know, that fighting class, sometimes it's all about the sneak attack, being roguelike if need be, and, you know, grab what you can in terms of victory. Speaking of grabbing a victory...
That's my guy. That's my guy. That's my guy.
Attempting to call dibs here? That's tough.
Yeah, Teriyaki not having any of that. Into the pin. Ooh.
10, 9, 8,
It's wild here seeing 2 officials in the ring.
4, 3, 2. And next to the ring, Zamir Serial.
ZZ, we've seen him in full Impact Pro before. In fact, facing then ACW heavyweight champion August Artois.
Now, former ACW champion, I will say.
Correct. Ooh, what an elbow. Zamir as well was taken out. Oof.
Wow. Rolled a natural 20 on that, but not enough to get that pin.
As Zamir was able to get the shoulder out, I was about to say, was taken out in a Rumble situation at FIP by Karum, now the FIP World Heavyweight Champion, and I almost thought history was about to happen again for ZZ. Gets in, gets taken out. Of course, Zamir trained by AR Fox, no stranger with Teriyaki. Who's next?
We're up to 6 competitors in.
Guile definitely a man with the size advantage in this matchup, and as we already pointed out, it's not an over-the-top type elimination situation, so whereas sometimes being...
It's going to take like 3 guys to pin him, he's so tall.
That's a great point, especially from the perspective, again, of the leverage that sometimes can be used against you when you're taller. From a ropes perspective, as ZZ and Teriyaki going at it. And again, reminder, every 2 minutes another competitor will join this Young Lions Rumble. And now the pin. Almost our first elimination. And again, elimination is only by pinfall.
Yeah, 6 in already and not a single elimination yet. We're going to run out of rental space here. This is filling up pretty quick.
Ring's only 18 by 18. Now Mike Vega definitely has already made an impression in the few times we've seen him at WWN Proving Ground. To hear the reaction from the WWN faithful here is inside of the ring, Drake Xavier, Julian Calibra in control.
Yeah, as soon as the crowd reacted like someone brought out, you know, a bag of cat poop, that's how you really know that you've made an impact on this audience. And we're seeing that here.
Hell of an analogy there, Zach. But again, absolute chaos here all over the ring. And as Mike Viega now starts to join the attack on Zamir Zuriel, you can see Drake Xavier going at it. The other side of the ring with Jacob's Isle. And numbers 1 and 2 still in this thing as well. And the question is, who's going to be able to get the upper hand at this point, knowing there's so much more to go, including right now. Beautiful suplex. Viega's down. And wait, look at this. Pinfall. No, not enough. Jonathan Hudson in phenomenal shape.
The Alpha Daddy has hit the ring, and he's looking to clear house here. Wow.
ZZ could be out. First elimination.
ZZ once again brushing with greatness once again. And wow, the Alpha Daddy tearing it up here.
Yeah, Viega's out too.
Apparently not getting paid by the hour here. Goodness.
Yeah, it's coming in. Hudson's been a house of fire, but who's next?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And next,
True champ from the Lethal Academy, making his way to the ring, looking to make history here. I have gotten the duty, I will not say the pleasure, of calling many of this young man's matches. He is as cocky as he is talented, but he's got his work cut out for him. Sean O'Reilly miraculously still in this thing after receiving a whole lot of abuse to start things out. We've got a couple of eliminations under our belt here. Trevin, it's still anybody's ball game.
Could be an elimination here on Sean, but no. O'Reilly just gets the shoulder up, but you notice Reyes wasted no time going right after Jacob Guile.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
We've definitely seen an attitude change from Tone Felix. You hear the reaction to the WWN faithful.
We'll call it aggression. We'll call it any means necessary. Tone has got his eyes on the prize, and I don't blame him here. There's a lot riding on this Rumble. You want to get to the top of the list. You want to get on the right people's radar. A win here absolutely can fast track you to that.
The pin. Guile just gets the shoulder up. Julian nearly took him out, and now Tone and Xavier going at it. Exchange in the center of the ring.
There's just fights happening all over this place.
The pin. Third elimination. Xavier out. And a pin on the other side of the ring.
Got to the ropes, though. Oh, huge kick from the Alpha Daddy. Goodness.
Bad Gonzales. Not quite at the beginning of the numbers, if you will, but definitely not waiting to the very end to make his entrance. I really wonder if the WWA 4 kids are having a bit of a competition about who can enter and win, as opposed to waiting for those final spots.
Well, we know that AR Fox can train them to be incredible athletes. Strategists? Maybe not. Well, that remains to be seen. Although we do at least still have some allegiance here. And now the double boots getting sent to True Champ.
Yeah, and that's the situation you're seeing right here. Oh, the pin. Not enough to put away Teriyaki, but as long as Rico Gonzales and Teriyaki work together, could be unstoppable. And a pin. Good to see Kai Price trained by TJ Wilson at the Hart Dungeon, as well as Natalia Neidhart. But maybe going after the wrong man out of the gate.
Yeah, when you see the Alpha Daddy standing on one side of the ring, it's in your best interest to avoid at all costs. But still had enough to kick out. Good for him. Oh, a little something for people at home.
Is this smart?
Oh, Jacob, you're catching your breath here and showcasing why you are the big man of this matchup here. Is Jacob Guile the man to beat?
10, 9, 8, 7.
Stop start there, but if he can get that boot in, wow, almost touched the ceiling. Oof. You heard that impact.
So Mike Two Guns coming out, but I could not quite see, was there an elimination? Indeed there was.
Wow.
Yeah, Rico Gonzales taken out there. That's the chaos of this Young Lions Rumble, and the other attempt into the pin. Out goes Jacob Guile.
The Giant has been slayed here, and now again is a domino effect.
Wait, Mike Two Guns just got in.
Talk about not being paid by the hour.
What just happened?
Two Guns, he came, he saw, he was eliminated. This is absolute madness here. Wow!
Yeah, Hudson, that German suplex. Release style rockin' teriyaki. And we still got more men coming.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Next,
Over here, Jay Vila. Another man with some confidence coming into this thing. Has one of the later entries been impressive before here on Proving Ground. Just think about winning the Young Lions Rumble from a prestige perspective. It says that you stand out in WWN Proving Ground.
Which is what so many of the competitors here are dying to do. To stand out and prove that you are on another level. And maybe, you know, something like this could easily result in appearances at FIP or elsewhere. It's a different level. You're being taken seriously on a different level.
It's an accolade that nobody can take away from you. Now, Takuri taking one of those final slots as Takuri was promised. I don't blame Takuri for waiting. But the question is, who was traded out for the final slot?
Great question. Takuri serving it up to everybody involved here in this match. Very impressive burst of energy, especially from a man who's pulling double duty here.
And ultimately, there's going to be 16 men in this Young Lions Rumble. And while we've had eliminations, it is a disproportionate amount of bodies still in the ring as Kai Price is rocked with the Bulldog from Takuri. Pinfall.
4, 3, 2.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, final man entering in, Leroy Shogun. Big man, strong man, phenomenal conditioning as well. What a time to enter the Young Lions Rumble, you gotta think. This could be Shogun's night.
If I'm any other competitor in this match, my night just got so much worse. Shogun is a bad, bad man. And it may take the whole rest of the competitors standing on each other's shoulders to try to topple Shogun.
And Tone getting rocked by Shogun. Again, we've got multiple officials out here. We're trying to catch every pinfall. This is the Young Lions Rumble, our main event, WWN Proving Ground.
I guess technically it's anybody's ball game, but you have to imagine that Shogun's got the advantage. He is the freshest competitor here.
You have to see the numerous men going after Shogun at the same time. And that's what you got to do when you got the freshest man in the ring. Of course, Shogun fighting tooth and nail at everybody. Didn't stop True Champ from trying to go for him.
Bodies strewn all over this ring here.
Yeah, tandem pins. 2 eliminations.
Double the flavor, double the fun. And again, the talent pool shrinking here.
Another pin. Another elimination. Wow. Takuri, J-Villa both out. Keep in mind, numbers 1 and 2 are still in the ring right now.
Going the distance, but here we go. 2 big men slapping bodies together. That is what this Rumble is coming down to.
This is definitely impressive. Wow, release German suplex.
Not holding back at this point. Wow.
I am in shock right now.
I cannot. The fact that Trevin, I think the smart money is on the Alpha Daddy.
Down to our final 5 men here. Tone Felix, Sean O'Reilly, John Hudson, Teriyaki, and number 1, Julian Calevra. Of course, Teriyaki was number 2. Can you imagine the bragging rights for Teriyaki if he wins?
It is the tallest of tall orders. But now we are starting to finally see the numbers here. But wait a minute.
Yeah, Riley eliminated.
Riley hard fought, stuck in this thing for a very, very long time, especially with a rough start as he had. And we are down to the final few here, folks.
Maybe the closest semblance to order we've seen since the very beginning of this Young Lions Rumble.
We still got 1 competitor with the clear size advantage here. And now we're changing partners do-si-do.
Truthfully, the conditioning of all 4 of these athletes, unparalleled. And that's the situation here. And raking the eyes, totally legal. As Julian charges in, but Toad able to move out of the way. And if this was a traditional Rumble type situation, Toad would be in a lot of trouble right now. Not the case.
Wow. The height on that jump. Cutting him off at the pass here.
Teriyaki for sure wasted no time going after Tone Felix, who was a bit gingerly climbing up, and now Julian Calevra is joining too. And wait a minute, John Hudson.
No way. No way.
Cascading powerbomb into the suplex. Bodies everywhere.
That's unbelievable strength.
And now it's Teriyaki going out. And another pin. Number 1 and 2 refuse to go out.
I mean, spite will take you a long, long way. Alpha Daddy a little distracted by the audience here.
Yeah, we'd definitely not be spending the time having a conversation with the WWN faithful.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Attempted crucifix.
Ooh.
Assisted from Teriyaki. That's one way to get rid of John Hudson.
Mr. 3% has been toppled. Wait a second.
Shining Wizard rocks Teriyaki. Is this it for Ter? Indeed.
Wow.
I don't think... I was going to say, I think our ring announcer's a bit confused. Forgot Toad Felix is still in this thing. And here comes Toad Felix.
Wow.
Julian did too. Pin.
What the hell? What the hell?
Toad wins. Hey, you know what? I don't blame Toad Felix for taking advantage of the confusion of the chaos that was the Young Lions Rumble. And the bottom line is, no one can ever take away our Young Lions Rumble winner 2022 accolade goes to Toad Felix. Moments like this are career-defining, Zach.
The record books will say Toad Felix had a hell of a run here, but I am not going to give him credit for capitalizing on the chaos. It's one thing to be in the thick of it. It's another to be hiding at ringside and slipping in.
This is absolutely not the Toad Felix we once knew here at WWN Proving Ground. What a night it's been so far, Zach Romero. Any parting thoughts?
This is the future. This generation of new wrestlers is impressive, and now Toad Felix at the front of the line. Kudos to the young man. By hook or by crook, came out on top. You can't take that away.
For Zach Romero, I'm Trevin Adams. Thanks for joining us. WWNLive.com for all things World Wrestling Network.